Hello. Roar, thank you for the 4-month resub. Count, thank you for being here so early. And then Brian and Vol were here like right when the stream started. Asamiya, Kiz, Mike's the pick. Thank you again to everyone who hung out last stream because I wasn't quite feeling the best. Hopefully today goes at least a little better. My nephews are over. I asked that, hey Melissa, I tried to ask them to, I don't know, try to keep somewhat quiet, but I don't know, they've been stomping and like banging stuff around, so we'll see what happens. What's up, Justin? Okay, it sounded like the Windows thing. Just got home. I've been chilling. Does anybody here happen to use Apple TV? I didn't until like a week ago. My therapist wanted me to watch a show called Ted Lasso. I was like, okay, it was fine. But after I was done with it, there's only 2 seasons. I was just trying to find something else to watch. You don't watch the? Yeah, neither do I. So this was like, I got 3 months free because I got a new phone. So I was like, okay. And what's up, Nuffles? And so I was just looking through shows and just looking at I was like, man, how much can you really tell? Twitch is your same, Justin. And for me, it's like just YouTube and Twitch. Kids, these are becoming more and more popular. They're great. They're from a company called Sagework. It's probably the most expensive guitar support I've ever gotten, but for me, and I know for a lot of others, it's totally worth it. It's just the best. So I stumbled, this is real. I stumbled across this show called Mr. Corman, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the never-aging Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He looks the same as he did Third Rock from the Sun, just with shorter hair. This was the description I read, and I had to start watching it. Following the days and nights of a 5th grade teacher, Josh Corman, following the days and nights of 5th grade teacher Josh Corman as he struggles with anxiety, loneliness, forfeited dreams of a music career, and the sinking suspicion that he sucks as a person. Salut, Angen. And I went, what? Is this show about me? If anybody wants, if anyone's curious and wants perhaps a better understanding of me, if you watch this show and just substitute out like 2 different things, just assume the only differences are that my parents are still together and I don't have an ex-girlfriend like he does. You're basically watching the show of, you're just like basically watching my life outside of streaming. If you're curious to know how I operate, if you want a better understanding of why the way I am, it's, I've watched the first few episodes, and it's been, like, creeping me out. He doesn't rage at the kids comedically, although I never did. I just, like, thought it in my head. I never actually told the kids that I could beat them up. And that, I could literally throw them. But I could, by the way. I could. Literally pick them up and throw them. But if you, if anyone's just like, if you're just curious, if you maybe just don't, or maybe you do understand and you just want to know, it's like, it's, I think you'll understand me better. Oh, there's a third change. Also, he doesn't live with his parents. He lives with, I don't know, some other dude. But if you just swap out those things, it's basically like a camera following me around. It's creepy. Nuffle says, "Boy, am I glad I stopped by tonight. Is there any reason in particular? Is it bonsoir, Antichrist, and hello, pajama." All right, music time. But I figured I'd mention it. It's just the show's just been in my head. It's just been creeping me out. It's been creeping me out. You like the musical analysis? I'm glad. It's a rare thing. What's the connection? Everything. It's super creepy. Here, I'll read the thing one more time. This is the thing. So, especially when I was teaching, it was close to this. I read the synopsis because I was just looking for a new show. Oh, Nuffle situation. Okay, I was gonna say, I thought you came right as I said it, but I've never watched a show based on a description before, except for this one. Llewyn Davis, Getting Over Grief, but I think depression too. Wait, where can you watch that? Yeah, I'm actually not sure what Hung and Me. What do you mean? What's the connection between what? Is it something on, like, can I watch it on Netflix or something? Hello, Patui. And Kazi, what's up? Nice to see you. Oh, I guess that my assumption was that they just, I don't know, liked the stream. Yeah, I mean, I guess when I was asking them when I was asking Nuffles, I was wondering if there was, like, something, I don't know, they had, like, a particularly rough day, so they were glad to be here, something like that, but I don't know. Hello, Tanya. We got a whole bunch of the usual suspects here. Music on Twitch. Wait, that's not right. Flummerin. And Fennec, enjoy the lurk, as always. You guys couldn't hear the stomping right when I made that mistake? I got kind of distracted. Hello, Viva. And yeah, Nuffles, I don't know if there will be any analysis, or if so, how in-depth it'll be. It's young kids, ages 6 and 3, so I know, which I feel bad even asking them to be quiet, but I just don't know what else to do. I wish it didn't affect me, and I wish, again, it's why I just want my own place, like, really badly. For I mean, like, a whole bunch of other reasons, too, but, I mean, you guys have heard it all before. Yeah, in terms of the analysis stuff, it could be seen depending on who you ask. It could be either a pro or a con to the stream. Is that they sort of follow a sort of stream of consciousness thing, which I personally like. Yeah, you took exact. That's the thing. It's like, I'm not like, how dare they, or I don't go to the dog and go like, how dare that dog bark. It's just way more direct. It just made like it. I think you saw, like, I physically jumped. It's very loud to me. The stream, I've mentioned this before. If I ever do something loud here, whatever, something's loud, although you can control the volume, it's like, it's very loud. And it's very loud to me. And based on people's responses, I tend to hear things that you guys aren't hearing. So it just has that effect. Whether I like it or not, it just makes my heart start to race. And I just can't help it. There's just, I don't know what else to say. What's up, Kush? You exclusively listen to classical music in the car? It's my favorite thing to listen to while driving, especially in the morning. I used to, when I was getting up really early, when I worked at a coffee shop, I would have to drive in at, like, I'd have to be there before 5 to get the place ready to open up by 6. It was like hell for me. I just in terms of a working thing, sleeping thing, it was just like, my God. You want to see me as my worst self? Just so what I did every morning, I listened to Mendelssohn's Songs Without Words. It was just the nicest piano. Obviously no words, nothing too loud, nothing too quiet. It was just so damn nice that it wouldn't be silent. There was no silence, because I hate that. And it wasn't too loud, and it was just like piano blanket. And every morning I would listen to it. You have very sharp hearing? It's rather a curse. I mean, I could imagine. I mean, at a certain point, it's like how loud do you need to, like, hear, like, how well do you need to perceive volume? Salut, Tengi. Oh yeah, so that's what I was saying, and then I'll play more music. The stream just follow. I personally like this, although I'm not sure it's what most people like. Is that the stream can be unpredictable, but for me it just means that everything I do, when I do it, I feel like I'm into it, and so are other people, and that's why we're doing it. It's not like none of it's ever forced. It all just tends to like flow naturally. And then on the days it doesn't, it just like it kind of doesn't. But when it does, it seems to flow well, and that's how I work best. I tend to not be the best when it comes to like, okay, just do this thing now, whether it's music or whatever. Just like, now it's time to do this thing. It's like, but I don't want to, and so I can like do it, but it just won't be as good. I just won't be as sort of inspired or passionate about it in the moment. Hello, Panda. Also, thank you for the host. It's also why I like choosing the repertoire and stuff too. It's just like whatever I'm feeling. I just happened to play something where these chords were present for the song I just played, and it was like, okay, so we'll just do this. My mind's sort of in that place. I mean, that's kind of a good way to put it, Hung In. It's just like, do this thing now. It's like, I could go through the motions, but it'll be really, it'll be, really uninspired, is maybe the best way to describe it. It'll just be like, yep, I just played the notes. I won't be hearing as much of it in my head. So there's like some ways I could describe it. I won't be hearing as much of it in my head. So like typically if I have a song stuck in my head, I like borderline literally hear it. And so usually when something's stuck in my head, it gets stuck like in the actual key that it's in too. But if you were to go sing, just like sing a song, there's a much less likely chance that it'll actually be accurate to the song, because it's just totally forced. Same thing with impressions. You know, if I was to do a voice or an impression of something, it just doesn't quite work on the spot. Also, hey, Lord of Chaos, not feeling well. Gonna nap to the Schnaf tunes. All right, hopefully the stomping and stuff will be minimal, so as to not disturb you. And I'll try not to make any major mistakes that make really loud noises either. Yo, what's up, Rich? Nice to see you. Oh, you're just in time for some Zelda music. Just slept like a truck, nice. Yeah, it's the morning for you. Let me do this. El Batichico. Thank you for the raid. Welcome everybody. How's the stream? Also, Nuffles, that's okay. Off-topic stuff is fine. I'm glad I was able to help you continue to play the guitar. It's difficult to find inspiration for picking up an instrument. Let me hear you. No worry. Or to keep it, to keep playing it, to keep working at anything that takes a long time. The less immediate the gratification, the more difficult it is to stay motivated. At least that's what I've found in my life, and it's the impression I get from hearing other people talk about their struggles. The ones I typically mention are learning an instrument, language learning, weight loss and exercise goals, stuff like that. Really difficult to stick with it. Again, I apologize for the excess noise. You mute ZFG stream because you need to focus, and you're back with more of the same. Well, because you heard Zelda music. Speaking of, did you see the Space World 97 demo thing? I watched like half of ZFG playing through it on YouTube. Also, I haven't seen Cass around in a little bit. Honestly, a lot seems like cool ideas. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I really liked his hat. But from reading what the guys who did the guys who put it together, based off of what they said it was a huge pain in the ass, and it seems like it would have been it wasn't worth their while to do it just to make his hat move. He said you can't stand me anymore. I wouldn't. So he wouldn't be the first person. Wise men say. Also, Link was originally going to be able to jump. Okay. That's crazy. It's crazy to me. All right, some of the newer pavons. So for those who don't know, these are some pieces from the Spanish Renaissance. So like we're talking like these specifically around like the mid 1500s. Kazi, thank you for the 300 bits. I appreciate the support. Yeah, my go-to when I see DS is Dark Souls, unless it comes after Nintendo. Dude, do you even game? Are you even a real gamer? Thanks for the claps. That was another Pavon by the same composer, Luis Milan. And here's a third one. These are all sort of newer ones that I recently have been looking at. I'm still kind of trying to figure out fingerings and stuff as I go along. Number 5, number 7. Pavon. Why? What is it? Is there? Why is that? Just the way it sounds, or like? Kaz, you mean in terms of like how many Pavons we have to play? There's, so that's, if that's your question, those are the 3 new ones to add on to the other 2 all by Luis Milan. But then there's a 6th one by another Spanish Renaissance composer, Diego Pisador, from a pretty similar time. So Shredder was playing one of them. He definitely plays some of these too. You have yeah. Leverage dance names familiarized via my stream into puns for Claire's cats. That's perfect. Did anyone get the puns? Boo-ray for Boo. Sarah Bond. Olive Amond. Chubs would be difficult. Man. Well, Kazi, these through in different areas of the world, in different time periods and stuff, the pieces didn't always have just like they didn't always have like formal or sort of like descriptive titles. If that makes sense. Like Flight of the Mysterious Dragon. It's just like, this is a Pavon. And it's in this key. Like, oh, alright. Oh. Time out? Am I teaching? Maybe? The dragons, you'll have to, what's his name? Estes Tona. You'll have to, talk to him. He has all those overly elaborate, names for songs that I believe he uses to perhaps make up for the actual music. Hello, Ada. Am I teaching? No, I'm just talking about the music. I know. It's crazy. It's I know. It's not typical. It's not a typical thing. Anything by Zelda, I can. In fact, I did earlier. But this is not, though. Oh. Hola, Fer. ¿Qué pasa? Injured dude. Nice to see you. I almost didn't recognize you because your name wasn't light blue. Sabicas, Paco de Lucia. I not formally. Cause like, you know, or something. No, but I love both of them, Sabicas and Paco de Lucia. I've listened to quite a bit of their music, and maybe one day I'll tackle some of it. But there's only so much time for things in life at the moment, so. But I appreciate the collabs and my attempt to speak Spanish with the guitar. Speak a certain dialect of Spanish. That was you could put it that way. That was my impression. That was my impression of southern Spain in guitar form. Danza Árabe, yeah, I really like that one too. Like I really like that one, so I agree. Yeah, that would definitely be one of the ones I'd like to learn one day. Sabicas was interesting. I feel like he, although like any sort of more modern or contemporary flamenco guitarist who's writing their own music, obviously it sounded, their music would sound contemporary. But his was something a little different. I'm not really sure how to describe it. It seemed, I'm not really sure. If I can come up with a better, if I can come up with some words, I'll think about it. We may just have to listen to some. Yo, Kai, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Man, I should at least learn how to say hi and what's up and thank you. How was the stream? Welcome, everybody. Speaking of Spanish stuff, this is genuinely Spanish, but with a different, from a different area, well, actually not from a different area, with a different accent. Panda, thank you for gifting that sub to Kai. Antiseta. Also, and bonsoir, Zotio, is maybe how we say this. I don't know if I've ever asked. Thanks, Simple Pete. And Jimmy, I'm assuming that's Polish. I'm assuming you came with Kai's raid. If I could speak any Polish, I would. Kai was kind enough to just switch his stream to English. Last time we were over there and raided, it was a very kind gesture and not not necessary but very kind. Parev inchbeses. It's difficult. Well, yeah, I just wasn't sure if the X sound, cause like, I don't know what that is in French. I mean, honestly, when it comes to reading, I can do quite well. My headphone. Oh, headphones are firstly, until one day, Hungin, when I'm actually like, bilingual. Then you'll have to. Then I feel like it won't even be funny anymore. Crew. I'm not sure how to say that. Crew Oz. Maybe. If you mean what I think you mean, yeah, definitely wear headphones while you're listening to the stream. If you want the audio quality to be the best, it'll be in stereo sound. So you'll hear me more in different ears. Now that's not the purpose, but it just makes the sound. It just sort of feels more open. Word clarity? I guess I'm trying to think in terms of style. It's almost like more, not pop, not closer to pop music, but there's something, and I don't want to say it's more diverse, but there's like, it doesn't feel as much. I feel like the differences, like this would almost be the definition of diverse, but like the because I'm thinking from like a compositional standpoint, they seem to, I don't want to say has more character, but it's something like on the face of it, like they seem like they're from more different genres or something. It's difficult to like they seem like widely different compositions, a lot of his pieces. Some of them don't even sound like they'd be, like, you may not be like, oh, this is, flamenco. It's just like some of them are so, they almost seem like just classical pieces, or maybe not even classical, just something for guitar. Something contemporary for guitar is maybe how to say it. It's yeah, because we could talk about his playing style, but I wasn't thinking, that's not where my mind was, at least in that moment, because we do have the ability to listen to and watch him play. The stereo sound is wonderful. I'm glad you like it. I personally enjoy listening to it that way. So it's like partly for me, but also, I'm not sure why more people don't do it. In fact, I don't know anyone else. I've never seen another person stream in stereo. It's not all that difficult, to be totally honest. It's a little bit more money, maybe if you only have one mic and you have to buy a second one, and then you have to sort of figure out how to get the thing set up, because you can't just plug in two mics and go like, all right. Am I pumped to see? I am curious to see how Leffen does after all these years. It has been a significant amount of time. I am pumped. I'm curious to see what happens. I'm curious. That's interesting. Okay, so Turnbuzz says, I wish I understood flamenco. It's quite inaccessible. That's somewhat interesting to me because it is, it's like supposed to be sort of the music of the people. It's not supposed to be something like really sophisticated. But I guess anything that has sounds that you're not quite used to can be that way. I think it's probably best if you approach it, like if you're having trouble, if you try to approach it from the sense of rhythm. Also, learning some stuff about the music can be really helpful. If you can get somewhat familiar with the basic rhythmic patterns in some of the dances, it can help you understand it a little bit. Like if you can become familiar with a 12-beat pattern as opposed to like a typical maybe 3 or 4-beat pattern, which they still have dance forms that are like that. But if you can get used to like and have that repeat, they can maybe help you like understand it a little bit if you're trying to like intellectually understand it. But I think with anything that you're not used to, just pure exposure to it would be the best. And just knowing that if you don't quite get it right away, you can basically guarantee if you just have enough exposure to it, you will. It's just like you will. You're a human. You'll get it. So this is not flamenco at all, but again, it's more Spanish Renaissance music. And it is it sounds more Spanish than the pieces I just played by the previous two composers. I'm going to do this. I'm going to play another thing. I'm going to play something else by Luis Milan. Then we're going to go back to this so we can listen to the difference. Both of these are Spanish from basically the same time. I get the feeling that this first one is not going to strike you as Spanish, and the second one may. giving you John Dallin vibes. Yeah, this is going to be way closer to say, much more easily confusable with English Renaissance music than Spanish, whereas this I don't think is going to be that way. I mean, we're getting things like we're going to get things that kind of sound like that. Watch. Of course I messed this up. I mean, we even got this at one point. Ada, thank you for the 100 bits. And by John Dallin, you mean Sting and Karamazov's interpretations? Yeah, we've heard that. We've watched them on stream before. Also, Turnbull mentioned they've seen flamenco a few times on holiday, Canary Islands, and one in particular in Madrid. It was fun and not with more depth than that. Well, I think if it's at least fun, and the event it's music in the situation as far as I understand it for you, it sounds like that's what it's meant for. It's meant to accompany sort of like not just the dancers, but the dancers and the rest of the group is meant to like accompany your night, if that makes sense. Where you're not, unless you really were sitting down in like a concert hall or something watching them, because that does exist, but if that wasn't the case, then without having ever been to an event like this, you could say perhaps my aunt could speak more to it, and I'm sure some other people. It seems more like people just providing music for a party. Don't have the background to appreciate it. So I guess if you're looking for depth in anything, it's going to take some sort of searching in some sort of way. Like you'll have to yeah, I mean, you can appreciate things on different levels. The things I'm really into, I try to appreciate on as many levels as possible. That's just how I like doing things. Sometimes I wish I wasn't that way. It'd be, I think some things in life would be more enjoyable, to be totally honest. That's a different topic. I tend to, I don't know about anyone else here, but I tend to get a lot of enjoyment and fulfillment out of understanding things. Not to mention, if I actually want to recreate the thing, I feel like I need that as deep of an understanding of whatever it is to do that. At least to do it as best as I possibly can. And so hearing the subtle nuances and understanding more about what's going on and having the clearest picture and idea of everything is I feel the only way I can do it. You know, and so this could I've mentioned this before, and I try to not do it in an insulting way, but I could understand how it could come across that way, but I'm just going to do it. So the difference between, it's sort of like, on one level, the difference between hearing this or maybe even just the chords versus this. For a lot of people, they'll not like you think you're not hearing anything different, but it's just like, I don't know, they I get the impression that people tend to hear them as almost being the same thing. And so I try to, and even what I just did there to someone with a very much more sophisticated, in-tune ear than mine for this particular style would hear that as like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Which I get. I can kind of... but it takes work. And flamenco that occur in tango that you would interpret differently. I mean, my gut reaction is to say like almost yes, of course. Because they're different, although there's like a tangos that, but it's not like it's not like that. It's not like you'd be playing two different things. You'd almost have to play them differently because you just wouldn't be playing the same thing. Unless you tried to play an actual like set piece and you tried to play it in a different style, if that makes sense. But let's see. So we most of us are maybe familiar with the typical tango, kind of like I just. And you have this image of a guy with a rose in his mouth. And, yeah. But that's different than maybe its Spanish cousin. This probably doesn't give you the same impression. Alright, Pajama, enjoy the lurch. Thanks for hanging out. Man, unfortunately the sound quality is really bad. It's like pretty terrible quality. Tangos. Maybe. This is flamenco. So I can't tell you how to enjoy something, but it'd probably be good to start off just sort of let it just watch without thinking very much. Perhaps focus on the dancer, clearly intended to be your point of focus, without thinking too much of it. Did she just do the Gangnam Style dance? Yeah, exactly. The rhythmic aspect, like, I don't know, maybe just like let yourself try to move, don't try to do too much. Seize at them. Hello.
Cuando me subo en el columpio
I'm trying to give you the sort of like the like core rhythm. Well, this goes on for quite a bit. So that was I don't know, maybe sort of two things in one. Comparing things that could you know, have a similar name, because that is not the tango that, you know, again, you probably think of. Also, to give you an insight into, if you're not familiar with flamenco, and maybe one of the reasons, maybe it gives you just a tiny bit of a little more insight into why, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of, although I understand why people like them, why I'm not the biggest fan of making too strong of a comparison of Rodrigo y Gabriela to this, because to me it sounds just like wildly different. Like wildly different. But it's hard to let people know that without sounding like well, a pretentious asshole. A pretentious asshole. Yeah, it's typically like if you have a guitar with nylon strings and again, you play this chord progression. That's why I mentioned the chord progression. If you go like, we'll do like this. It's like, that doesn't sound anything like this to me. And I really mean, it's like, I mean like really doesn't sound like it to me. I've made this analogy before, and it seems to be clearer. You have less of a chance of sounding like a jerk when you do it in terms of language. To me, it's sort of the equivalent of being like getting a curly mustache and a beret, waving a baguette around and going, like not even saying not even poorly saying French words randomly, but just like making those sounds and being like it's French, right? It's like, no, like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not at all. I understand that if someone doesn't speak French and maybe they hear the sounds and they kind of sound the same and they don't like, they may be like, what? I couldn't tell. It's like, I don't know, that's okay. They're like, that's fine. But to a person who speaks French, they'd be like, you, it's like, that person's just saying complete nonsense. So, it's not a perfect analogy, but it's something more along the lines of that, where it's like, these musical accents and what they're saying, the rhythms, the harmony, the melody, the form, like, basically everything is just different. And it's not even whether you're cultured or not or something like that. It's just like it's okay to not, like, how the hell are you supposed to have like a really sophisticated knowledge and ear for every musical style of every time period of every area of the world ever? Like, that's a ridiculous thing to be like perhaps offended by. You know, if someone was to be like, hey, you know, there's something you don't know, like, ugh, like, how dare you? Like, how dare you say this? I know everything. Like, what do you... That's why I try to be as careful with it as possible, because it can certainly come across that way. Like, no one wants to be told they don't know something, for the most part. Like, you don't want to be... People don't want to be told that. But it's like... Milan, hello. Welcome. Being French, Melisande definitely says, baguette, baguette, oui, oui, baguette, baguette. How do you get followers on social media if you don't admit you don't know everything? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Myself. So. Yeah. It's that balance that I'm still struggling to find. Because I'd like to let people know certain things, but I'd like to do it without being a know-it-all. And be like, actually, but, you know, there's some situations where, you know, especially if there's like a stream or something and someone brings it up, it's like, I don't know, I'd like to let them know. But perhaps ultimately I'll discover that just don't tell people things. Like, I don't know. That may be the answer. It could be. I hope it's not, but it could be. Melisande, thank you for the 4-month resub. Merci pour le sub. I do appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Everybody raise your baguettes. As long as you don't touch your nose and push your glasses up and say, actually? Okay. Something not Spanish. At least I don't think. Sorry if your English seems fine. Or hopefully you're able to understand me too. Your English isn't good. What's Milan? What's your? I'm curious what your first language is. Coucou, bi, ça va? Also, hey, cheap Asian. Wait, Lord of Chaos is here. We can switch to something totally different. Why are you laughing at that? You speak Dutch. Okay, we have a few Dutch speakers here right now. I'm doing all right today. Better than last stream for sure. I felt terrible last stream. Cuckoo, cuckoo. I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, what? I heard my aunt do it, and I was like, what the hell? Did you just make a bird sound? I was like, what am I? Cuckoo, cuckoo. It probably doesn't help that that's like, I haven't heard it in forever, because I feel like I maybe heard it just like in cartoons. But that's like, cuckoo, cuckoo. Like, I feel like I'm like getting Looney Tunes and like Tom and Jerry things for like crazy cuckoo. It's past 1:20. Yeah, you're always here. I mean, well, today is, I guess, one of the later streams. So, thank you for being here, Tanya, of course. And, yeah, I'll see you later. Maybe on Sunday. Definitely hearing some noises. Slap lecker. Slap lecker. Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to get back on the Dutch grind now that they announced they like re-announced TwitchCon in Amsterdam. Man, there's just so many languages to learn, so many things to just do. That's what I mean. There's not enough time. There's just not enough time. There's just not enough time for everything. Okay. All right, totally different style. I guess that wasn't too bad for the most part. It's been, thanks for the claps. Yeah, I would like to, be on a big red couch again. That was one of my favorite, memories from anything streaming related ever, I'd have to say. It was quite a special night. There have been some things that have been weird about this slight change in my approach to my left hand position, but overall it's making a lot of things easier in terms of pure like note accuracy, giving myself a bigger target to aim for. So I just got to be careful for when it's really specifically disadvantageous to do, and find those specific moments when I have to go back to aiming for this crazy small area of the tip of my finger. Pepe strip club? Oh my gosh. That kind of sounds terrible. I hate strip clubs. We were talking about this. I was talking about this with some friends last night. I hate them for like so many reasons, but they are not my idea of a good time on so many levels. Just in case anyone was curious. Thanks, B. I got a little distracted by that quote. That quote is true. I mentioned at the beginning of the stream that I was watching this series called Ted Lasso. And, hey, thanks, dude. Also, what's up? At one point, one of the characters gets mad at Ted because he feels it. So for those of you who've seen it, they'll know what I'm talking about. Gets mad and basically says that he felt like he was treated very nicely at one point, and then Ted didn't care about him at all. And I sort of stopped and thought for a second. Yeah, and then ignored. And I've mentioned this before on stream, but that's sort of my fear for anybody who watches the stream. That although it wouldn't be intentional, that just through, my nature or something, that I wouldn't make my, appreciation clear, especially because I get upset a lot. And people they've just straight up told me. They've just straight up told me that sometimes. They're like, I don't want to, more or less called me ungrateful and been like, I don't want to be around anymore. I'm not really sure how to be different, at least at this moment. I'm trying to approach it from a few different ways. Pretty sure I'm not quite there yet, but I thought about that, and I hope people know that, whenever they subscribe or donate, those I feel like there's more weight because there's like money involved. There's like more pressure. Or just the people who watch the stream and show up even after I, like last stream, I was just in like, as my buddy Rich would say, I was just in a shit mood. And well, a whole bunch of you stuck around, and although the stream was basically slow, and a bunch of you came back today, so that's nice, and I appreciated that. So, that quote, most of the quotes are a joke, and most of the quotes are not only a joke, but they sound sexual when most of them aren't. Some of them actually are. But every once in a while, sprinkled in there are some actual serious quotes. Suka. What's up? I'm here for the. I'm the same way, Turnba. So I try to find a balance between interacting with. I mean, you can only do so much. If you give everyone sort of equal time, something like that, you'll never play music, and you'll actually never be able to speak to anybody as you get to a certain level. Someone mentioned it the other day. They're like, I feel like you ignore me and you ignored my message when it just wasn't on purpose. They just typed something. They typed a big long paragraph in the middle of while I was playing something, and I just forgot after I was done playing. It's very difficult. So, the only time I'm trying to ignore people is when they say negative things. I'm pretty bad at that. And it's not just interacting with the streamer, but the chat. Yeah, I'm the same way too. And that's why one of the reasons why I encourage people to interact with each other. For one, the streamer can't do it all themselves. And even if they could, it's like, well, the streamer's only one person. want to talk to that person all the time. You don't want to talk to me that much. In a speedrun-like fashion. Exactly, Scotty. It's like I try my best, and I end up feeling pretty bad. I end up feeling pretty bad when people say those things. It's not a good feeling to feel ignored. I get it. The other thing I was gonna say that like went along with that is, so I finished watching, Ted Lasso was 2 seasons. And I'm trying to make the best of this free 3-month Apple TV trial, which I got because I got a new iPhone. So I looked for another. I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. So I looked for another show. I never do this. I was like, man, how am I supposed to actually find a new show just by reading the little blurb? Like, what the hell? But then I saw this show called Mr. Corman. And this was the blurb. Following the days and nights of 5th grade teacher Josh Corman as he struggles with anxiety, loneliness, forfeited dreams of a music career, and the sinking suspicion that he sucks as a person. And I was like, And so I watched the first episode, and I mentioned this before, it like creeped me out. If you guys want, if anyone's curious what some other parts of my life are like, just watch this show. Just pretend you're watching me. If you're curious. If you're curious. It's super creepy. It's super creepy. And maybe, I hope you just like the show too, but I thought it's like, you may, you would certainly get a better insight into how I operate. If you're curious. I figured I'd mention it. Scanarel, hello. Hi. Did I feel like Truman Show vibes? No. I've only seen the first 3 episodes of this, so don't spoil anything. But if you've watched it. No, I mean this was creepy in the sense that like the overall situation combined with super specific situations and sometimes just the way he like talks to people. And just even him at one point just being like sort of like bored at some point. He was just like kind of like confused and just like literally went on his phone and just like opened up Bumble and then just swiped and was like, and I was like, dude, I could have just been doing this right now. Like that's when it's just like, oh, stupid thing. Like it's just like, oh god, like I was like, damn it, like not that I'm the only person on Bumble, but in the context of like the rest of the scene and the show, I was just like, holy shit. Jesus. And the idea of like, being a teacher, especially when I was teaching. Now I was teaching music and he was just a general 5th grade music teacher. Or sorry, not music teacher, but just a general 5th grade teacher, but like he was just like it's eerily similar. The way like he like interacts with people on the phone. You have to Just watch it. And I mentioned this before too. All you have to do is replace 3 things. I don't have an ex-girlfriend like he does, the character Meg. My parents are still together, and I don't live in an apartment with a friend. I live with my parents. But if you just swap those 3 things out, it's basically like a documentary of you're just watching me outside of the stream. So if anyone's curious to watch Joseph Gordon-Levitt play me. Kaylee, thank you for the 44-month resub. Yo, is Shroud even streaming right now? Kaylee's in town. Oh, he's streaming right now. Kaylee, he's streaming. He's been streaming for 5 hours and 39 minutes. He's got 18,000 viewers. What if he raids here? What if he raids? I told Kaylee that she's visiting from Ohio. I told her that I had to stream tonight because I took yesterday off. He's totally not raiding me. I know. But Nick Merckx might raid me. What? Nick Merckx, thank you for the raid with what? 23,000 viewers? Oh my gosh, thank you. No, it's ridiculous. He would never. But Mizkif, what? Mizkif, is it Mizkif? Thank you for the raid. What? 48,000. What? Thank you, Mizkif, for the raid. I appreciate it. What? Also, hello, Shulia. Welcome. All right, take care. Hung in. Yeah, Mr. MV is a more likely thing. I was just so I said to Kaylee, I was like, I gotta stream, but you know, I'll just stream for like 3 hours, and I'll just end the stream after that, unless something crazy happens, like I don't know, if Shroud raids. Because you always have to take advantage of those big raids. You can't just be like, oh, I average 50 viewers, but this person just raided with 50,000 viewers. Sorry guys, I gotta go. Like, well, sorry. It's like, yeah, you're an idiot. Loiso, hello. Impersonal horror, yeah, for a moment, but it'll die down, and you'll filter out the people who just want nothing to do with your stream, and you'll get a boost temporarily. For one, you'll get exposure to people who will like the stream, who could like the stream. That always happens, and also you'll get increased visibility for more people to find the stream. Because without it, it's very difficult for people to find the streamers unless they're like one of the top streamers on the in whatever category they're in, which I'm typically not. So don't worry. There's turn, but you have the last thing you have to worry about is having so many people in the stream and so many messages that I can't respond to them. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. All right. Trust me. All right. What was I gonna do? Play music on Twitch. Someone mentioned German music before. German. Mr. Johann Sebastian Bach was German. where the credits goes by so fast, no one can see it, but they like it's probably the slowest or the fastest speed they could get away with doing. Yeah, that's pretty much what that's like. It's not even, yeah, it's illegal. That's I don't know that I never knew that for sure. That was just always my guess. It's like we're gonna take up as little time with this stuff as possible and just. It'll be super fast and they'll have like the preview or the start of the next movie, and so then the credits get squished and also go fast, so it's like distorted. Till next time, all right, Integer, take care. It is always nice to see you. Thank you for hanging out. And thank you all for being here and listening. That was a piece for solo violin by Bach. And here's another one from the same collection, but from a different suite. Well, actually, neither of them are suites, but they might as well be. Blanked out for a second. Those last notes are actually just written. instances where I actually add some ornamentation. Hey, thanks, Brian. I'm definitely playing better today than I was last stream. Not exactly sure why, but that just is always going to happen. There's always going to be off days. And the hope is just that the trajectory is, the general trend is upward. Okay. Away from Germany. Let's travel to Mexico. Shall we? And we'll leap ahead about 200 years as well, to the early 1900s. claps. So what's up, Annie? Nice to see you. Alright, good night, Turn. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the questions. I'm glad I was able to respond to them. Hola, Gravito. Hey, thanks, Crypto Shell. I'm glad you're able to enjoy the lurk. Thank you for being here. It's funny. There's I haven't listened to them in a while, Brian. There's one that always pops into my head. Um, how does it go? Uh, it's what can, and that's the fugue subject. And it does something else, but that's Tedesco's cool. I've never actually like really. I've read through some of his stuff, but I've never actually focused on any of his music. I don't know if it's in C though. But... okay, let's not mess that part up. Auntie said, thank you for the 500 bits. Been into his stuff recently, not sure what it is about it. Yeah, I don't know. You know, you're always gonna be into something before you know why you're into it. So that's not surprising. And I'm not sure if I can. I think that's only something you can sort of, you know the answer to, but. Although, I mean, I guess people can perhaps share the same liking of something and maybe describe it in a certain way that resonates with the person and makes them go like, maybe that is why I like that. But thanks for the claps. If anyone else has the ability to cheer some bits or donate or subscribe, I know most. Oh, geez, I'm looking at. I think everybody I can see is subscribed. Wow. Yeah, this is why we need that's why we need more visibility. That's exactly why. Even Nightbot subscribed. Dude. Yeah, there's some weird creaking sound. It's a little different than the one that happened last year. Also, whether you're subbed or not, you can also help out if you're not following. Although again, I feel like most of you are that I'm looking at. But maybe there are some people lurking. If you're not following here or on other places like Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all those things, doing that would be a big help so that we can get the stream out to as many people as possible. And then if you do the usual fun stuff, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, all that would help out a great deal. Like, a lot. That would probably be the most helpful thing anyone could do at the moment to help get things going, to help get some momentum behind the things that go out on these platforms, because it's very difficult in the sea of bajillions of videos and posts. It's like, man, I feel like you need all the advantage you can get to be seen, and I hate trying to be seen. Hey, look at me. But if no one else is doing it for you, there's no, like, that's just what, it's part of the business, kiddo. It's just like what you gotta, it's just one of the things you gotta do, so. Yeah. Okay, I sort of had, like, a random urge to read some violin music in the middle of playing that. I don't know why, but we can do another. Well, we can start with this. Sarabon is rhythmically so strange. I feel like it's super strange. I feel like I have to like really consciously count everything out. Hey, thanks, Justin. And fair. Should we try something a little riskier? Should we try a fugue? Why not? Why not try just reading a fugue? What's the worst that could happen? Did I skip something? Oh my god, I skipped it. Is that what I said? I should have just kept it slow. Of course, I sped up. That was the fugue from the second violin sonata by Bach. I need some way to just stay. Hey, jerk. You have to like think about a whole different way of hearing it to make it fit the slower tempo. it's not the end, but I was not planning on trying to do it a second time. I just got distracted. And hacking through that's probably not what people really want to hear. Okay, so it's 9. Shroud didn't raid, which means I'm going to play the ending song and head out. Thanks, Fair. I hope to at least, some people liked it. It went on for quite a bit, so I'm actually curious to see, to check the graph after the stream. Venk, thank you for the 5-month resub. I appreciate it. Again, if anyone else, especially before the end of the stream, especially because I missed the stream yesterday, and this stream is a little shorter. If you're able to subscribe, it would help support me so I can keep doing this stuff. Again, perhaps you can follow and like and subscribe and comment and stuff on other social media platforms to help us spread the word about the stream, or perhaps even let some people know about just the stream itself. Any and all of that would be very helpful. So let's we'll do the ending song and head out. What's up, Moonscar? Thanks for the hearts. Thank you, everyone, for the hearts. Hello from France. Bienvenue. Terra Fox. Et merci. I'm glad you like the music. Speaking of Cass and speaking of raids, all right, we'll do one more. Cass, thank you for the raid. I specifically had to end the stream a little early tonight, but we'll do one more song. We were talking about you. We were like, oh hi, it's been ages. Exactly. We were like, what happened to Cass? Thank you. Thank you for the 19-month resub at tier 3. Just been busy. Gotcha. Yeah. I appreciate the raid too. Welcome everyone from Cass's stream. Came from dude with cello to dude with guitar. What if the dude with the guitar plays cello music? We'll play, maybe you heard this on Cass's stream. We'll play this to end. Thing I played tonight. Yikes. Dude, what is that sound? It doesn't sound like it's coming from the... Is it not coming from the guitar? It's like serious creaking. Wait. What? Sherman tank, you'd be surprised what some people legitimately ask for. You may be surprised. I mean, maybe not, but you may be surprised. We listened to Freak on a Leash on stream. We watched the music video a couple weeks ago. Damn it! I put that prelude was so bad, which is why I played it twice, and I instantly got sent into hyper obsession mode, which where everything needs to be beyond perfect, and any mistakes make it the wanting things to be perfect even more intense. And what kind of stinks is that even if you are to play something perfect, it actually doesn't make me feel. I actually don't feel better when I do it. I only feel worse when I don't do it. It's like ultra dissatisfied mode. But I have to go. Oh man, I really don't want to. Meaning, I do want to go, but like, part of me really. Dang, I hate my brain. I can fix it. No, thank you. It's, oh man, I hate my brain so much. It's a good song. My new thing is just, I'm just gonna flat out ignore people. To next stream, but I just get upset, and then I end up doing things like I end up not wanting to eat, which makes things worse. I end up not wanting to just kind of generally move. I end up not wanting to just really do anything. Except for correcting the thing that made me feel that way. But then again, like I said, even if you do, it doesn't really make it better. I've been like this my whole life, though. There's no perfect. Yeah, but my mind's not going to listen to anything anyone has to say about that. It's beyond rationality. It's kind of relentless. I'm already late to go meet with some people. Which actually makes it worse. But thank you everyone for being here. Again, for the new people, if you haven't already followed, definitely make sure to do that. Not just here, but Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. It would be a huge help, like major help if you guys could help me out with that stuff. I need all the help I can get. And if you haven't already subbed and you enjoyed the stream or just want to support, that would also help out, especially because I lost quite a few by taking the day off yesterday. It's like one of the most obnoxious parts about streaming. I'm looking for someone to raid. I do burp. That's another thing. So when I get in this mood, it makes me not want to like... It makes me like not want to do the impression. It makes me not want to be silly. It makes me not want to smile. It makes me not want to laugh. I just like... it kills me. I guess it just makes me like the worst version of myself. That may be a good way to put it. And then I'm just like stuck in that mode for hours. Okay. So basically, yeah, it's really, I really am. That may be the best way to do it. I just become like I just become the worst version. I'm just. All right, whatever. I can't deal with this right now. We're gonna, cause I gotta run. JC is practicing classical guitar. So if you guys want to come along with the raid and say hey to him, that would be very nice. You're welcome, and thank you guys for being here. I'll be back Sunday. Thank you for the continued support. Yeah, let's we'll say hey to JC. Hey, Apple, thanks for the follow. Welcome, Sunlight. So thank you again, everybody. Man, I felt like I was doing pretty well today, and then I lost it right at the end. All it took was one song. Dang. Dang. Thanks. Watch Mr. Corman. Just watch Mr. Corman. Okay. We'll say hey to JC. I gotta go. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you Sunday. Take care.